Nolan. So, have you ever wondered why does Hollywood put Christmas movies out in November? And I'm not even talking about like around Thanksgiving or the week right before the first week of December, like that last week of November. Like this year, Thanksgiving falls on the third week of November, so we still have one more week of November until December 1st hits. You would think that would be the perfect time to put out a Christmas movie. But no. Apparently in Hollywood, the perfect time to put out a Christmas movie is the first week of November. Why? I don't know. I always feel like it's literally a week after Halloween when we just watched a bunch of horror movies. At least I do. I don't know about you. I don't know what you do in October. Most people watch horror movies. Just saying. When they dropped the first Christmas movie in the first week of November. I've always been puzzled by that. You go back to the first week of November of 2006, when they dropped the first trailer, the first Christmas movie that year, the Santa Claus 3. Why? Or you go back to even the Santa Claus 2, came out the first week of November of 2002. I still remember in 2000 when they dropped The Grinch, the Jim Carrey live action version, because in October that year on my birthday, I was trying to figure out what to do with my friends for my birthday. And Remember the Titans came out, and I was like, oh, we're going to go see Remember the Titans with the family, as like a family birthday moment. And then my parents were like, well, what do you want to do with your friends? And I was like, well, I don't know, we just saw Remember the Titans. There's nothing really coming out until The Grinch. And I really want to see that, I like Christmas movies, and I like Jim Carrey, and I like Ron Howard as a director. So they're like, okay, well that comes out the first week of November, so your birthday's in the middle of October. Just wait 2 weeks, and then we'll go see The Grinch. And we did. That first weekend in November, The Grinch came out, and we went and saw that for my birthday. So I'm always puzzled why they bring out Christmas movies in November. Because in my opinion, especially nowadays, where movies do not last that long in theaters anymore, especially with the rise of streaming and everything. Like I said, a movie nowadays will be out of the theater in less than 4 weeks and be on streaming by the 5th or 6th week of when it originally came out. So, by the time that movie comes out officially, opening weekend, 5 weeks later, that movie's probably on some streaming. Digital, you can digitally get it at home and watch it. Rent it, buy it, whatever. So I'm even more curious now, like we're getting Christmas movies now on Netflix and so on and so forth, and it's like, by the time December hits, these movies won't even be in theaters anymore. And even back in the day, yes, things were different back in the day. Movies were in theaters a lot longer than they are now. A movie that comes out in November is still playing in January back in the day. But now that's not the case. So luckily this year we do have Violent Night, the David Harbour kind of action Christmas movie, which is kind of like Home Alone meets Die Hard, and it's the producers in the studio behind John Wick. So I'm looking forward to that, and that comes out December 2nd. Good thing. But that's like the first movie in a long time that is actually coming out in December. And I'm like, why don't you at least bring out a Christmas movie around Thanksgiving time at least? That way it can go from the middle of November till Christmas. And let's face it, after Christmas, at least for me, not many people are going to go watch Christmas movies. That's just me. There might be some people that like to watch them all year long. Good for you. Good for you. But that's not me. So, I've always been wondering, like, I think you go back to, like, The Grinch, Santa Claus, 2 and 3, Jack Frost with Michael Keaton. I think that one came out maybe near the end of November. And the reason why I say I think it came out near the end of November was my sister saw that for her birthday, and her birthday is the first week in December. So I don't remember that that was already out for like a week or two prior, and then we just decided to go see it for her birthday. But most of the time these movies do not come out in December, they come out in November. And I get it, yes, in one way I get it, like, you want to get people in that spirit of Christmas and go shopping and waste all your money on gifts, and, la-di-da-di-da. Hey, I'm already having some of my Christmas stuff out. I'm not done with this yet. I'm waiting on one more thing to come in. But I get that part of it. But then on the other hand, like I said, by the time we hit December, these movies are no longer in theaters. Or there's only like 1 or 2 showtimes. And normally there are ones like at 8 or 9 o'clock at night. Like, well, I want to go through like a 7 o'clock showing. Not a 9 or 10 p.m. showing. So, I don't know. I've always been curious about this. Like, why do these movies come out the first week of November? Heck, even put it out the second week of November. Give us like 2 weeks after Halloween, at least. But to come out right after Halloween, I have never understood that. And like I say, you're like celebrating Halloween, watching a Halloween movie, and then you're like, la 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 la. If the feeling going jolly, la 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 la. And it's like, I feel like those memes where you see Jack the Skeleton from A Nightmare Before Christmas all in the Halloween look, and then they jump right over to him in the Santa suit on Christmas. And it's like, yesterday, Halloween, today, Christmas. And it's like, yeah, that's what it has become now. That we just, Thanksgiving really doesn't even mean anything anymore. We just go from Halloween to Christmas. They don't even make Thanksgiving movies, rarely. I think Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is like one of the rare Thanksgiving movies. There might be like 1 or 2 others, and that's it. But, come on. Somebody in Hollywood put out a Thanksgiving movie, so that way we have something in Thanksgiving, and that way these studios can say, you know what, we're going to move our Christmas movie after Thanksgiving, so we don't hit that Thanksgiving movie that came out. But like I said, that's just me. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you understand why they put out Christmas movies the first week of November, and then by December there's nothing out to see? Or do you like that you can start right away, right after Halloween, and start watching Christmas movies, and then watch them throughout the month of November, and then by December you get to watch your favorite Christmas movies that you normally watch every year? Let me know in the comments below. Matt and the Matt here. Once again, like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts on, do you like Christmas movies in November, or not? Or are you Santa, or are you the Grinch?